Number 1. I made a video about Evan Carmichael, who has around 3 million subscribers on YouTube, and he not only commented on the video, he very briefly ran ads to it promoting the video. Number 2. Jordan Belfort, The Real Wolf of Wall Street, and Noah Kagan both paid me $500 each for creating a YouTube video that was under 60 seconds long as part of a competition. Number 3. I made a video on business lessons from the movie War Dogs, and the real life guy that the film was based on actually commented on it. And yes, I did check it was really him. He even went on to confirm that some of the crazier parts of the movie that I'd referenced were indeed true. Number 4. I got my first paying client from YouTube for $1,000 when I had less than 1,000 subscribers, which I really think just proves the importance of quality over quantity. Number 5. I've had a surprisingly high amount of traffic from colleges and teaching platforms, which indicates there are some teachers who are literally showing my videos to students in their lessons. Speaking of which, number 6. I've been told by a student that they wrote a university essay on organizational behavior using my video on Michael Scott from The Office as a case study. I hope they passed. Number 7. Someone re-uploaded one of my YouTube videos in its entirety with no edits, but somehow managed to misspell the title, including the word success, ironically. Number 8. This channel has led to me having some amazing phone calls with creators I hugely admire, like Charlie from Charisma on Command, James Janney, and honestly loads more. It's crazy how many doors YouTube opens. Number 9. I've also had many thousands of thankful comments from total strangers, along with many of them sharing my videos on other sites, like people posting them on Reddit, and one of them even got to the top of our documentaries. And look, I don't want to turn this video into something too cheesy here, but honestly, some of the heartfelt comments and emails I've received about how certain videos have helped people is just amazing to hear. When someone says they got great results from a video of yours, or that it changed their life or inspired them in some way, that's a pretty special feeling. However, number 10, of course, not all the emails are just dishing out praise. One of my favorites was a 14-year-old randomly asking out the blue if I'd buy him a free laptop, since I make all that YouTube money. Number 11. I've also received comments in many languages I don't speak. I always thank them, even though the comments could be horrendous abuse for all that I know. Number 12. I made a video on a YouTuber I used to watch called Clark Kegley, back when he was more into business content. And the video was about 4 YouTube lessons that I'd learned from him. So he commented on my video saying, "Lesson 5, get your mum to watch all your videos." But again, this idea of creators you feel you know so well actually watching one of your videos and commenting on them is a weird but great feeling. And by the way, clearly the pattern here is if you want to connect with someone, make a video on them. They'll probably check it out and reply. In fact, now I think about it, someone literally did this with me, and it worked. They posted a video that was personalized to me with my name in the title and sent me a link, and of course I checked it out, listened to what they had to say, and replied to them. Number 13. My university wrote an article on me, which basically encouraged people to start a YouTube channel and start considering how to make passive income, especially online. Which, considering universities typically are very heavy on pushing people to graduate schemes and traditional 9-to-5 jobs, I was really pleased with this. Number 14. The amount of connections YouTube has led me to is kind of unreal. Firstly, people I know who I haven't spoken to in years messaged out the blue saying that they liked certain videos. In fact, I even had 2 old friends who didn't know I was doing YouTube, but one of them got suggested one of my videos, and another saw a comment of mine on a totally separate video, and so they found my channel organically. Small world. But then there's also been so many new people I've got to know directly through YouTube and this community, many of which I would genuinely consider friends. Honestly though, there's so many other unexpected opportunities YouTube has led to, so many meetings, deals, connections, even things like big companies reaching out randomly to discuss sponsorship deals. It's not something I expected to happen at this stage. YouTube has also led to me developing a bunch of new skills and even becoming really fascinated with videography and cinematography, which I had no real interest in before. I mean, even though I'm still a total amateur with that stuff in the grand scheme of things, making videos has changed how I see things like films now. I I noticed details about the way they're shot that I was so oblivious to before. But finally, and most notably of all, number 15 of the weirdest things that have happened since starting a YouTube channel is that it led to me creating an entire business using YouTube. Now, to say that YouTube changed my life is probably the craziest part of all of this, especially because the channel isn't that big, at least not yet, but it's true. I've been able to build a business around YouTube that I'm doing full time, and so I'm incredibly glad I took that first step of making that first awkward video, because so much has come from that. And truthfully, I never really bought into the whole, if you love what you do, you'll never work a day in your life, that whole thing. But at least so far, this really has been a lot of fun. I'm not saying it's all sunshine and rainbows, but I'm really happy with how things are going right now, and I'm confident there'll be many more weird and wonderful things along the way. But wait a second, there is a point to all of this, because the one thing I haven't yet mentioned is my biggest regret with YouTube, which is that I put it off for well over a year before committing to it. Seriously, I sat there with an idea for a channel for over 365 days, just watching others be successful, whilst making excuses why I couldn't do it, and why the time wasn't right. And look, if you don't like the idea of doing YouTube, that's fair enough. I'm not saying it's for everyone. But if you do like the idea, then please don't do yourself the same disservice I did. YouTube growth is exponential, not linear. And I have videos I made well over a year ago, still bringing in views and ad revenue and clients, even to this day. So the point is, if you're on the fence about starting or committing more time to your channel, hopefully this nudges you in the right direction. And soon you'll be making a video about all the weird and interesting things that have happened to you along the way so far. But if you are interested in building a business with YouTube, or even growing an existing online business using YouTube, then you may have already heard me mention the YouTube Magnates course, our YouTube business blueprint to help you build over 10 different income streams from scratch, whilst being able to do something you genuinely enjoy and look forward to, all thanks to YouTube. And even if you already have a business, the system can work great for you too, because it's all about growing your brand so you can charge higher prices and start bringing in pre-qualified clients or customers right to you, who already want to work with you. The reason I know this works is because it's what I use myself and so many others who approach YouTube like a magnate or an entrepreneur and not just a YouTuber. So, if you're at all intrigued by this, check out the top link in the description for all the details, or feel free to drop me an email with any questions at all. For now though, all that's left to say is thank you for your support, it really does mean a lot. And if you're not yet subscribed, well, to be honest, if you're here at this point, you probably already are. But if not, please consider subscribing and hitting the bell, and I'll see you in the next video very soon. Thanks again, cheers.